Grand Rising, and welcome to Early Bird Tea. It's your girl Rachel, and I'm here to deliver your motivation devotional. So, I hope you're ready. Get your tea, get your water, get whatever you need, your notebook, your pen, and let's get into it, okay? It's motivation time. We're serving it up. On the grind, okay? Okay. Welcome. Welcome. Today is day 3 of In Love and Always Angry. In Love and Always Arguing. In Love and Always Arguing, because we're always in love and always arguing, even with ourselves, okay? So, let's go. Today's recommended readings are 1 Corinthians 13:5 and James 1:19. 1 Corinthians 13:5 says, "O rude, it does not demand its own way. It is not irritable, and it keeps no record of being wronged." It really starts with "oh rude." That's so weird. Anyway, I think I've heard that verse before. I'm not really gonna speak too much about it. James 1:19. "Understand this, my dear brothers and sisters. You must all be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry." Everyone's heard that one. Everyone has heard that one. Quick to listen, slow to speak, and quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. So let's talk about it. Slow to anger wins the race. I was speaking to a friend who said, "How can I be slow to anger if I was already angry before the argument started?" How can you be slow to anger if you're already angry before the argument started? That's a good question, okay? That's a good question. How can I be slow to anger if I was already angry before the argument started? She was absolutely right. This proved the point that a disagreement only becomes an argument when you invite anger to have a seat at the table. Anger doesn't come in and exit quietly. It has to leave with an explosion. It's a hot mess, always needing to have the final word. Always needing to have the final word. That's interesting. And that's funny. And I only say that's funny because I tend to anger a lot of people just by the way I speak. So I anger them, and I fully understand why they get so standoffish and want to have the final word. But it's interesting to finally hear it be said out loud. We don't have to give anger power over our hearts and minds. It is not a spirit that comes from God when it causes destruction. When it causes destruction, it is not a spirit that comes from God. Wow, that's harm and hurt, therefore, it doesn't belong in you. Harm and hurt does not belong in you. If you've never heard that, harm and hurt does not belong in you, okay? This is how we become slow to anger, by choosing to be partners with our loved ones and not anger. It's so funny. They speak of anger like they really talk about anger like it's a choice, even though anger is a choice. But I also feel like sometimes people subconsciously choose anger. They don't even notice that they're choosing anger, or they've been choosing anger for so long in their lives that it's second nature for them to choose anger. And it's mind blowing because some people will really be angry and like feel like it's somebody else's fault besides themselves. And I've even noticed this within myself. Like, people will try to entice me and they'll poke my buttons and all this other stuff. and I'll just choose not to be angry. It's like, it's a quick flip switch, but also the same way you can quickly choose to not get angry is the same way you can quickly gravitate towards getting angry when somebody is poking your buttons. So, and I played it out yesterday because I was doing my little live thing, and then my friend want to come in here. My other friend, her name is Caroline. I will call her out because I don't care. Caroline came in here, and she started talking about how I hurt myself and making fun of me, and I just looked at the comments and I just ignored it because I was like, I'm in the right place and I don't think you are. But anyway, it's okay. My friends don't have boundaries. I don't know what I did to them to make them feel so comfortable. In James 1:19, we are advised to be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to anger. This is much easier said than done. Being slow to anger does not mean you ignore your emotions or that you avoid the problem. Instead, listen from a place of love so that you'll be able to hear beyond their words. Listen with the goal in mind, to fight for this love, to make your bond stronger than it was yesterday. The goal is not to find something offensive in what your partner says, and when I say partner, I mean your relationship that you have with family members, your job, whatever. It's not to find offense in what your relationship partner says or to find something to correct, but rather to get to the root of the issue and to fight against it together. When we allow our anger to speak for us, we add on brand new problems and miss the chance to work towards solutions. The Lord, in his wisdom, gave us one mouth and two ears to listen twice as much as we speak. Oh, wow. I've never heard that. The Lord gave us one mouth and two ears to listen twice as much as we speak. Okay. Speak to me, speak to me, speak to me. Give your mind time to process what the person is saying before opening your mouth. The purpose of communication is not to add fire or flame, but when you do speak, it should bring clarity, not confusion. That's something I'm working on. That right there is something I'm working on. When I speak, I want to bring clarity, not confusion, because I've been trying to speak in a few rooms in the last few seasons that I've been in, and I've been bringing a lot of confusion rather than clarity, because another thing is people are not used to seeing certain sides of me. They forget that I am a Gemini and I transform. I'm a transformer, okay? I'm an OG transformer. I transform from being the nicest person to this, to that, to this, to that. And people who are unable to wrap their head around that always forget. And then when I start being still a part of myself, but a different outlook, they're like, who's this? And what did they do with Rachel? Like, this person is scary. This person brings pain and hurt. But in all sense and reality, the biggest thing that I bring is honesty. So you're welcome. I'm just joking, but I'm really not. Instead of anger, we should let love lead. We are reminded in 1 Corinthians 13:5 that love is not easily angered. We too should strive to emulate this characteristic, as it will help to bring peace and understanding in the mindset of conflict. And I feel like I try my best to live in that essence. Yes, I do bring a lot of honesty and truth to the table, but it's all out of love. Like, I am the way I am because I love the people that I'm around. And I've been trying to get that message out to people. And I tell them, if I'm honest with you, if I don't speak up when it comes to a topic that we're discussing, or like something that I see within a person, if I don't speak up, that might mean that I don't love you as much as I should. But if you see me going out of my way to explain myself, explain why I feel the way that I feel, like for me, I don't like to go out of my way to explain myself to people. So if somebody sees me going out of my way to explain myself, regardless of how angry or upset I might seem, it's out of passion and out of love. Like I just said, it's mainly out of love. It's because I care. It's because I love you. It's because I want you to understand. If I don't want you to understand, if I don't care, if I'm not invested in our relationship or our friendship, I'm not going to tell you nothing. Because frankly, to me, I'll be wasting my time, wasting my money, and wasting my value. Like, my voice is one of the strongest things that I hold. So I hold it at a very high esteem just because I have respect for myself and I have respect for the fact that God has blessed me in this way. So, yeah, like I was saying, I got respect for myself. So even I try to save myself from oversharing, and I'm getting to that point. I think that was perfect. I think I should leave it where it is. And I urge all of us, including myself, to just try our best to be slow to anger. Like, let's not look to be offended. Let's not look to be upset. Let's look to spread love and share understanding and open ears, open hearts, open minds, just to see other people's perspective on this earth in the hopes of gaining knowledge and becoming smarter. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for spending time with me on this great, beautiful day. And I hope this word has touched you in a way, and it would be unfair not to share. So make sure you send it to somebody who you think needs it. And I will see you tomorrow morning. Thank you so much. I love you, and have a great, blessed, beautiful rest of your day specifically. Bye.